Ahoy, mateys! Merry Christmas! I'm Greg.
And I'm Dave. And we're Greg and Dave. Tonight we're cooking up something a little special for Christmas. A Buche de Noel.
Or a Yule Log.
It's from France, and we're going to be making it tonight, and it's going to be a ton of fun, so stick around. Let's get to it, Greg.
Yeah!
Alright, so we're going to start off with the filling for our Yule Log. We're going to take 2 cups heavy cream and put it in our large bowl here. Then we're going to take 1/2 cup confectioner's powdered sugar. Then we're going to take 1/2 cup unsweetened cocoa powder. Then we're going to take 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. And then we're going to whip that until it's thick. So once you've got that nice and thick and stiff, we're going to go ahead and refrigerate this while Greg makes the rest of our dough. So yeah, let's tag it off to Greg to make the dough for our Yule Log.
So now we're going to make the dough for our log. We're going to start off with the yolk of 6 eggs. Now that we got our 6 yolks in here, we're going to add 1/2 cup of sugar, and then we're going to mix that in our awesome stand-up mixer that I received for Christmas. So now we're going to mix in a 1/3 cup of our cocoa, as well as 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Whoa!
Sorry. Now we're going to do the next part of our batter. So we're going to take our egg whites, pour them in a bowl, and we're going to whip them. Soft peaks. It's a soft peak. Look like. Should Google soft peaks eggs. When you turn your whisk upside down, the peaks are just starting to hold. They're soft and melt back into themselves after a second. It's going to take forever. You can't do it by hand. So I wasn't able to blend by hand the egg whites as much as I'd like, so we're gonna get our chocolate mixture with the yolk and put it into a separate bowl, and then mix our egg white mixture in the electric mixer. So now we're gonna do it the right way and put our egg whites into the mixing bowl. And then we're going to let the electric mixer do what it's meant to do. Now, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar gradually while we mix our egg whites. It's not stiff as I like. Now let's go ahead and put our yolk mixture, which is the chocolate of our mixture, in our whites. So now what we're going to do is take some parchment paper, lay it on our sheet, and on top of that, we're going to take our chocolate mixture and spread that evenly. So we've preheated our oven to 375 degrees, and we're going to put our mixture into that for 13 minutes. This is a tough one, Dave.
Seriously.
It is 10 o'clock right now. 10 o'clock at night.
It's bedtime.
It's definitely bedtime. We both have work in the morning. Well,
Worst. Alright, well,
Pretty much screwed. Now that we basically have our cake baked, we're gonna tag it off to Dave to roll it into a log.
So before we take the cake out of the oven, we're gonna dust a dish towel with powdered sugar. So our cake's done. We're gonna go ahead and get it out of the oven. So what we're going to do is we're gonna get a knife. We're gonna try to just get around the edges to make it come off easily. So now that we've kind of separated it from the pan, we're gonna take it and we're gonna use the parchment paper to flip it onto the towel. Grab the parchment paper and flip it onto the towel. Then we're gonna peel the paper off of the cake. So now that we've got our cake separated from the paper, we're gonna roll up the cake as best we can from the short side of the cake, and then we're gonna go ahead and let it cool for 30 minutes. So we've let our log cool for about 30 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and unroll it as carefully as possible. Then we're gonna go ahead and get out the filling that we made before out of the refrigerator. Then we're gonna pour our filling onto the cake to about within an inch of the edges. Then once we have our filling out on the cake, we're gonna do our best to try to roll it up and put it onto a plate.
That is a Yule log if I ever seen one. It's oozing with chocolate. Here, we're just gonna go in for this.
How is that?
Wow.
It tastes like pudding. I think it's time to eat.
Well, that was a nightmare, but we have a Yule log right in front of us. So what do you want to do, Dave?
Well, let's dig in, Greg. That's pretty good, actually.
Really good. It's like a mix of fluffy and like puddingy.
It tastes like pudding wrapped in a light chocolate cake. It really does. Making this was certainly a struggle, but it tastes really good. So you know what, I gotta say, you should make this if you really want it, you know? If you dare, you should make this.
Use that.
I want to sleep. I want to sleep.